guest's name is Darrell Tiemens. I'm the Mayor of Narrabri Shire Council. I'm firstly going to introduce Cara Kinchella, who's going to do today's Welcome to Country.
Yama. I'd like to welcome you all here today to the Boston Bridge opening in Boggabri on Gamilaroi country. We thank you all for coming today. We'd like to pay respects to traditional owners and Gomeroi people and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Cara. Just before we move ahead, I'd like to acknowledge country myself. I'd like to acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional lands of the Gamilaroi and Gomeroi people. I recognise their continuing connection to this land and pay my respects to elders past and present, and I extend that respect to any Aboriginal people present here today. I'd like to thank, of course, Cara Kinchella for today's Welcome to Country. It's always very moving having an acknowledgement of country on land at these types of launches. I'd also like to thank everyone here for being here this morning. We've got some local residents, we've got a number of staff members here. On behalf of the Council, I'd particularly like to welcome the Minister for Regional Transport and Roads, the Honourable Jenny Aitchison, MP. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
And of course, I'd like to also acknowledge the member for Barwon, Butler MP, who's here as well, of course, and my fellow councillors, council staff and community members. Today we celebrate the completion of a vital piece of infrastructure for our Shire, the Boston Street Bridge replacement. We of course recognise that without the crucial funding support so generously provided by the New South Wales Government, this project for our community would not have been possible. I would also like to thank and acknowledge the Minister and the State Government for their significant funding of $2.6 million towards this project. Council was also pleased to be able to contribute towards this project's completion. The Boston Street Bridge project is a fantastic example of the excellent partnership between the New South Wales Government and the and the Narrabri Shire Council when we work together to deliver essential infrastructure for our local community. There is no doubt that this new bridge is a great asset for the Boggabri community and our Shire overall. We are already seeing the benefits of this vital piece of infrastructure. It's very much used, and we're seeing increased safety for motorists and improved traffic flow. It's also catering to the needs of freight and other heavy vehicles, including those wide and high loads that we get around this area. Having mentioned just a few of the benefits of the Boston Street replacement, it is now a great honour for me to invite the Minister for Regional Transport and Roads, the Honourable Jenny Aitchison, to say a few words and officially open this new bridge. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. It's really lovely to be here. Thank you, Mayor Darrell Tiemens, and also the councillors. It's great to see local people here talking to everyone beforehand, and we're seeing, a decrease in traffic travel times from 20 minutes down to 5 minutes through this site. So that's really good to hear. Obviously, the safety considerations that the Mayor's raised has been a really important thing, and I know that the member for Barwon, Butler, is very concerned about safety across this whole electorate, and particularly in the Narrabri Shire where we do see those heavy vehicle movements. We've gone from having a single lane timber bridge from 1885 to now having dual carriageway, having a concrete bridge that is now 9 metres wide, 60 metres long. That is a significant game changer for the community, and it's something that I'm really proud of the New South Wales Government, and I do pay tribute to the former government for commencing this project. It's something that for our government, the Minns Labor government, our commitment is to really putting in strategic regional integrated transport plans, looking across the whole of the state to ensure that those vital pieces of infrastructure are upgraded so that we provide the safest levels of travel for everyone in our community. We know that transport's a social determinant of health, education, opportunity and jobs for all in our community, and so this is obviously a vital piece of connecting infrastructure for this community. So $2.6 million from the state government, nearly $1 million from council. This is something that, as the Mayor said, highlights that strong level of collaboration, and you don't get these projects without a strong local member in state government, and I want to pay great credit to Roy Butler for his advocacy for this community as well. And before we open it, we should actually ask Roy to speak, because I know he's been very keen to champion this project. Come through.
Thanks, Jenny. And I suppose there's not much to do in terms of acknowledging people. It's been done a number of times, but Darrell, Minister, lovely to have you here. Thank you for the welcome to country. Community members, it's nice to catch up with some of you again as well. I think what's been said is absolutely correct. Having a piece of infrastructure like this means that you can get more transport through, more vehicles through more often. This is a great piece of infrastructure which will be here for decades, which will benefit the community for decades, benefit transport for decades, and it's a nice safe piece of infrastructure as opposed to a very, very old timber bridge. We do have a lot of oversized, overmass loads moving through this area, and having the ability to get that safely through without having to go a long way around is very welcome. So I'm very happy to be here today and looking forward to what follows.